Hey everyone, Joey O'Connor with eGolfCards, and today we're going to look at the 1992 set of Pro Set golf cards. There are 300 cards in this set, so I'm going to get right to start flipping them through these. You can always pause the video if you want to take a closer look at some of these cards. And alright, let's get to it. So there's Fred Couples, Dan Pohl, Davis Love III, Mike Holbert, David Edwards, Dan Halderson, Bobby Clampett, Jody Mudd, Hal Sutton, John Daly, Billy Ray Brown, Kenny Perry, Kenny Knox, Duffy Waldorf, Gene Sowers, Buddy Gardner, Dillard Pruitt, Mike Smith, Doug Toole, Lee Jansen, David Knipe, Dudley Hart, Billy Mayfair, Brad Bryant, Rocco Mediate, Scott Gump, Jay Haas, Steve Jones, Bob Gilder, Tom Pertzer, Steve Elkington, Tom Kite, Greg Norman, Bob Estes, Jeff Maggart, Wayne Levy, Leonard Thompson, Ben Crenshaw, Mark O'Meara, Tom Seichman, Howard Twitty, Stan Utley, Billy Andrade, Dave Rummels, Curtis Strange, Payne Stewart, Paul Azinger, David Peoples, Mike Reed, Bill Sonder, Dan Forsman, Bill Letsky, Larry Rinker, Robert Gomez, Ken Green, Bobby Watkins, Wayne Grady, Chip Beck, Brian Clark, John Houston, Mark Calcavecchia, Fred Funk, Craig Stadler, Lauren Roberts, Ed Humanick, Hale Irwin, Dave Barr, Andy Bean, Bob Wolcott, Jim Gallagher Jr., Mark Brooks, Joey Sindelar, Jim Hallett, Peter Jacobson, D.A. Wybring, Ronnie Black, Steve Pate, Bob Tway, John Adams, Tim Simpson, Fuzzy Zeller, Mark Lai, Bill Britton, Corey Pavin, Bart Bryant, Bob Lohr, Scott Hoke, Nolan Hinkey, Mike Springer, Brad Fable, Ed Doherty, Blaine McAllister, Jay Delsing, John Cook, Ian Baker Finch, Ted Schultz, Russ Cochran, Larry Nelson, Jeff Sluman, David Frost, Robert Wren, Fulton Allen, Scott Simpson, Phil Blackmore, Larry Mize, Gil Morgan, Chris Perry, Ray Floyd, Brian Tennyson, Mark McCumber, Peter Persons, Gary Hallberg, Brad Faxon, Keith Clearwater, J. Don Blake, Kirk Triplett, Nick Price, Andrew McGee, Bruce Fleischer, Rick Fair, Lance Ten Brook, Ed Fiore, Neil Lancaster, Donnie Hammond, Richard Zokel, Carl Cooper, Jim McGovern, Kim Young, Mike Sullivan, Emlyn Aubrey, Michael Allen, Brandel Chambly, Dickie Thompson, Jim Woodward, Greg Wiseman, Dick Mast, Mike Stanley, Marco Dawson, John Inman, Robert Friend, Tom Byram, Kelly Gibson, Sonny Skinner, John Chaffee, Paul McIntyre, Patrick Burke, Fran Gwynn, Steve Hart, Mike Cunning, Greg Leisher, John Ross, J.P. Hayes, E.J. Feister, Mark Carnival, Doug Martin, David Toms, Bruce Zabriskie, Mitch Adcock, Chris Tucker, David Ogren, Trey Tyner, John Reiger, Dave Peggy, I believe, John Elliott, Robin Lee Freeman, Greg Hickman, Lon Hinkle, Steve Lamontage, Greg Kraft, Brad Bell, Dave Schreier, Jerry Anderson, Tom Lehman, Olin Brown, P.H. Horgan III, Frank Connor, some stat leader cards here, Scott Hoke, Hale Irwin, John Daly, Andy Bean, John Houston, Bruce Litsky, Jadon Blake, Ben Crenshaw, Fred Couples, Corey Pavin, Fred Couples, John Daly, David Graham, Jerry Pate, Andy North, Calvin Pete, Don Pooley, Bill Glasson, Dennis Watson, Roger Maltby, Hubert Green, Bobby Nichols, Don Massengale, Lee Trevino, Tom Shaw. Okay, and coming up the last 100, Jack Nicklaus, Mike Hill, Charles Cootie, Jim Faree, Bob Charles, Miller Barber, Dale Douglas, Terry Dill, Dave Hill, Walt Zimbrisky, Jim Dent, Gary Player, Don January, George Archer, Rocky Thompson, J.C. Sneed, Chichi Rodriguez, Harold Henning, Al Geiberger, Bruce Crampton, Simon Hobday, DeWitt Weaver, Gibby Gilbert, Jim Colbert, Larry Loretti, Jim Albus, Dick Hendrickson, Phil Rogers, Larry Ziegler, Doug Ford, Bert Yancey, Don Bees, Orville Moody, Tommy Aaron, Jimmy Powell, Lou Graham, Lee Elder, Butch Baird, Gene Littler, Billy Maxwell, Doug Saunders, Joe Jimenez, Charlie Sifford, Billy Casper, Bob Golby, Gabe Brewer, Homero Blancas, Frank Beard, Ben Smith, Art Wall, Bruce Devlin, Larry Mowry, Arnold Palmer, Howie Johnson, John Brody, Bob Brewy, Dave Stockton, Kermit Zarley, Dick Ryan, Ken Still, John Paul Kane, Dick Goetz, Rolf Deming, Tommy Aycock, Walter Morgan, Mike Joyce, Bill McDonough, J.C. Goosey, Gary Player, stat leader cards come in, Lee Trevino, Rocky Thompson, Mike Hill, Jerry Barber, Jim Dent, Bob Charles, Jim Colbert, another Jim Colbert, Mike Hill, another Mike Hill, George Archer. And then we have European cards, players, David Guilford, Iman Darcy, Sandy Lyle, Ian Woosnam, Sam Torrance, Vijay Singh, Mark McNulty, Craig Perry, Jose Maria Olazabal, Roger Davis, Bernard Longer, Colin Montgomery, Stephen Richardson, Seve Ballesteros, Nick Faldo, David Faraday, Mike Harwood, Ronan Rafferty, Mark James, and Paul Broadhurst. So, there you have it, the 1992 complete set of Pro Set golf cards. Make sure you go to eGolfCards.com. You can look in our golf cards section, our search section, and you'll be able to see a checklist of all these cards, plus a rookie list. So, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.